Hi everyone, it's Claire here from Remote Admin Services. I hope you're all keeping very well. It seems a while since I was last doing a video. I don't know whether it's because I've done a few and they were scheduled to go out and it just feels a bit of a long time since I've actually sat down and recorded one here and now. So I'm still here. I've still got my lists, one of blog prompts, one of video prompts. I am going through them because obviously it's something that I do want to do on a regular basis. I want to try and get one, possibly two videos out a week, and I'm trying to go from a weekly blog to a daily blog. Oh. So, bear with. One of the things that was mentioned to me by somebody on my Facebook last week, I think it was how do I share work with my clients? Obviously, if you're in an office, it's easy just to walk to somebody's desk and hand over, obviously, paperwork that needs doing, a file that needs doing, typing, so on and so forth. For me, one of the ways of doing it is a client will email me the work that needs doing. I can then print it off if it needs printing off and do what I need to do with it, whatever they're asking me to do. Or my absolute lifesaver, and probably one of the tools that I use on a regular basis, is my Dropbox. I have only still got the free version. For some reason, I just seem to have endless amounts of space on there. They give you free, no charge, for 2 gigs of data. And every time I plug my phone in, it uploads all of my photos. And if anyone who knows me, they know that I love my photos. So I've got a lot of personal stuff on my Dropbox as well. So, and it's only just been recently that I've had to sort of like claw back some space because of the amount of photos that have been uploaded on my Dropbox from my phone. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Each time I sign up a client, whether it's a long-standing client or whether it's ad hoc, I start a file up for that client, I give them access and I share it with them. As and when they've got work for me, they'll pop it into Dropbox. And then I don't know what your setup's like, but down the right-hand side of my computer screen, I've got the time and the date and so on and so forth. And I've got a little Dropbox icon. So as soon as somebody has downloaded something in, they'll save something there, it will pop up saying X, Y, and Z has saved document A, B, and C with the date. And then normally my clients will then email me and say, "Oh, I've just saved something into Dropbox for you. Could you get that done for me as soon as you can?" So on and so forth. So I can then go into my Dropbox file and open it up into whatever format that they've saved it in. Do what I need to do. May that be send out emails. May that be draft a newsletter. Audio typing. One of my clients gives me all of her audio transcription via Dropbox. So it's invaluable. I couldn't put a price on that tool. It's one of those ones that I couldn't live without, being obviously remotely working away from my clients. I have got a couple of clients that quite regularly have me going into their home office to help them with their day-to-day filing. And helping them with some of their bookkeeping. Nothing taxing. I'm rubbish at maths. I can do invoicing and I can do general bookkeeping, general filing of your invoices. But as soon as you start asking me percentages, tax returns, my head will explode. So just be warned. So yes, one of the tools that I use daily is Dropbox. I will put a link in the bottom of the in the bottom of the video for you. It's just brilliant. The other one that I use quite regularly is Skype. Obviously, where I'm not in the office with my clients, or my clients might be a million miles away. They could be, well, I had one client in New Zealand last year, so as much as I would love to have been able to get on a plane and go and see her, I couldn't, so I have Skype. Again, free. If you're at home, if you have Wi-Fi, fantastic tool. You can have your weekly catch-up meetings with your clients. If you've got any problems, you can touch base with them. And it gives you that visual as well. You've got that visual thing, like I have with you now. So it just makes things a little bit easier, and you can always touch base and have meetings like you would do if you were in an office. I know when I was working in the corporate world, we would quite regularly have a weekly meeting, or we would have our monthly meeting, depending on how much stuff you had to talk about. For us, it was weekly, and you can do that with your clients. If you've got Skype, then you can do that with your clients, or your VA. If you're a client looking, or if you're a customer looking for a VA. Try and make sure that your VA can download Skype and have Skype on their phone. You can even get it on your phone. You can get it everywhere. So there is no reason to not get it. So I just think to staying in contact with your clients and staying in contact with your VA, it's kind of it's a bit of a must-have, to be honest, personally. The other one that I use for one of my clients is QuickFile. I raise a lot of invoices for one of my clients on a monthly basis, so they'll give me the hours. I know what their rates are, so I know where their clients are, so I can raise their invoices and send them out via email. And my client can also gain access to QuickFile as well. Again, it's another free tool. You can always rely on me to find free because I like free. I don't like having to pay extortionate amount of money for programs. I don't mind if there's a tiny price tag, but I do get a bit narked when you start using a wonderful program and then before you know it, they go, oh, your 30 days is up and you've got to pay £80 a month to use it. It kind of doesn't sit very well with me. I'm not a multinational company. It's just me in my house running my business. I don't have a budget to be spending £80–90 a month or £400–500 a year on a membership for something. So I will try to find the best that I can that falls under the free bracket. So those are the 3 tools that I use daily and weekly to stay in contact with my clients, and they are an essential part of my toolkit as a VA. I'm not saying that it's going to be an essential part of a VA's toolbox for every VA. You might find that there's people out there that have got a totally different toolbox to me, and that's okay. It's what works for you and what works for your VA. So for me, I know Dropbox, I know Skype, and I know QuickFile work hand in hand with me and my clients. And that's fine. You know, if you go and find a VA and she doesn't have Dropbox, she might have Google Drive, or she might just use purely the iCloud. That's fine. You need to find a happy medium between you and her, or him. It's what works well for you, and it's what works well for you as a partnership. Because at the end of the day, it's really hard for people to hand their work over to someone, which is the biggest issue that we have when it comes to outsourcing. You mention outsourcing to people, and they go, oh, you know, I can't give my work to someone I don't know more. So you just need to find that happy medium for you, your client, or you and your VA, because it's a trust thing at the end of the day. The things that I've mentioned in this video are things that I use and things that work well for me and my clients. So don't feel that just because I've said that these are the 3 things that I use, they're the 3 things that you must go and do now, because that's not what I'm saying. I just simply was answering a question, which is how do I share my work? And it's simple. I use Dropbox, I use Skype, I use email, I use QuickFile. They're the things that work for me. So I really hope you find something that works for you and your clients, or if you're a client with a VA, I really hope you find something that you and your VA can work with together to obviously share the work and build up that trust, because as I said, outsourcing just is shrouded in this whole fear. If you use any tools or packages that you just can't live without, leave them down in the comments box. I would love to have a look and see what you're using. Because obviously I scout quite regularly for new programs that I can introduce to my clients. So if you've got any that you just can't live without and you swear by them, then pop them in the comments box. I'd love to find out what you use. In the meantime, if you are struggling with your admin, all of my contact details are in the comments box as well. And hopefully, if you do need any help, we might be able to put a plan together and go from there. So until next time, I shall see you all soon. Bye.